Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. I am Trish and today I'm going to be making for you a cranberry raisin chickpea loaf. I'm going to be using the whole chickpea instead of using chickpea flour. So I'm very excited about that instead of using store-bought chickpea flour, which I do not like at all. If this is your first time viewing, thank you so much for joining, and I hope this video will be inspiring and informative for you, and you'll consider joining the family, subscribing. If this is not your first time and you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming again. And remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you haven't done so already, so you'll be notified when another video comes out. All right, let's get right into baking. Okay guys, so for our simple bread, we're gonna need a half a cup of milk, a half a teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of, a half a teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 cup of finely chopped cranberries, and a 1/4 cup of finely chopped raisins, and a half of a tablespoon of olive oil, or you can use oil of your choice. Now it's very important to chop your currants very small so that they'll be evenly distributed throughout the batter, because that's what's going to be our sweetener. You're going to need a cup of unsoaked, dry, of course, chickpea. All right, the recipe did not call for us to soak the chickpeas, so I'm not going to do that. It calls for us to cook them for 45 minutes and drain. Now, the recipe did not call for any sort of extract, but I like almond extract, and I think it pairs very well with cranberries, so I'm going to go ahead and add a teaspoon of that. Here I have 3 eggs that have been whipped and whisked, sorry. But you can use your egg alternatives. One that I've used before is flax eggs. And you can get your flax eggs by grinding a tablespoon of flax seeds and adding 3 tablespoons of warm water, setting it aside, and there you have 1 flax egg. All right, here I have 3 eggs, 3 whole eggs. You'll need a utility bin, and you'll need a loaf pan. I'm not sure what size this is, but it's a relatively small loaf pan. You will need a whisk and a spatula. The equipment that you'll need as far as to process your chickpea, it depends on what you have. The person that did this recipe, surprisingly enough, used an immersion blender, right? And I was so surprised that she got it to the consistency that she wanted it. But I'm going to use my mini food processor. So you can use your food processor, or you can use your Vitamix. Now bear in mind that your chickpea is going to be moist, so it might get stuck in your Vitamix. So I prefer the food processor, because we're going to be adding our milk to the food processor, and we're going to be blending our cooked chickpea together with our milk. Okay, so let's go over to the stove and cook our chickpeas. Okay, so now I have rinsed my dried chickpeas. I'm adding them to my pan, and I'm going to cover them with about 3 cups of water, making sure that they won't dry out at all while they're cooking. I am going to cover and put on medium heat, and when it starts to boil, I'm going to set a timer for 45 minutes. Okay guys, so my chickpeas have been cooked and drained and cooled, and my 1 cup of dried chickpeas yielded me about 2 cups and a quarter of cooked chickpeas. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start to process them. This is my mini food processor. Not sure if everything's going to fit in there, and it did. So because it's full, I'm probably going to have to do this for a while. So I'm just going to start off and show you what it looks like. And I'm also going to spare you the noise. So yeah, so it fits. And bear in mind that I think it's better for us to cool the chickpea first, because then it doesn't stick to the blades of the machine, right? When it's warm, I find that it sticks together, it makes clumps, and yeah. So I'm gonna blend and spare you the noise. So it did take me a while, but if you are in a hurry, you might want to just use your regular size food processor, because this did take me a while. I had to stir, and then yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my milk. I could have gone ahead and just grind the dry chickpea, but I think there's a certain texture that you acquire when the chickpea is cooked already, and that's what I'm trying to maintain here. All right, so I'm gonna mix this in a little bit. At this point, I'm gonna put my eggs in. And for those of us not using eggs, we would put our flax eggs at this point. And I'm gonna blend some more. I hope the noise is not too much for you. As you see, it's coming together nice and smooth. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my baking powder and baking soda, my oil. Okay, and I'm not gonna add my currants yet. I could go ahead and also add my almond extract, about a teaspoon. And if you don't have a mixer or a whisk like this, you can use your your handheld whisk, but I'm going to try to put some air into it at this time. Okay, so now I'm going to fold in my raisins and my cranberries. By this time, my oven has been preheated. Okay, I'm going to quickly fold in my currants. You want to put them in your pan right away so they don't fall to the bottom. Usually when I'm working with flour, I usually dust the currants so they don't tend to fall to the bottom of the batter. But all right, so I'm not gonna line my loaf pan with parchment paper. I'm just spraying it with my favorite coconut oil. Never fails me. I usually don't line my baking tins with parchment anymore, because I also trust that coconut oil spray. I'm putting my loaf in it. The red and the yellow is so pretty, you guys. I'm getting every last drop. All this that's at the bottom here, that would be one slice. Okay, so get everything in there. Give her a good whack. Sometimes I put slivered almonds on top, shredded almonds on top, or coconut, shredded coconut, or slivered almonds, but we're not going to do that today. We're just going to stick her in the oven 350 for 45 minutes. I'm going to put her on my middle rack all the way to the back of the oven that they say is the hottest. Okay, you guys, so it's been 45 minutes and we are going to test our cake to see if she's done. Clean knife in, out, nice and clean. All right, so let's put her on her rack and allow her to cool. Okay, so we're going to let her cool on this rack for at least 5 minutes in the pan, and then I'm going to turn her out onto the rack and let her completely cool before I cut into her. Okay, so she has completely cooled and my oven is beckoning something else is ready. And see how it comes out nicely with that coconut spray. All right, so I'm just going to cut into her so you can see the beauty. All right, can you see that? Nice and spongy still. I'll break it open so you can see. And I already have a plate here. I'm going to enjoy this piece on. And you can see how nice and brown that coconut spray makes it. You know, and you can see that it didn't rise much, but it's still nice and spongy enough. You know what I mean? And so you can have this with yogurt, tea, anything to your heart's desire. And until the next video, guys, I hope you can hear me. Until the next video, God bless. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. By watching, I really do appreciate it, but it's not enough to watch, guys. You have to like. When you like, it tells the algorithm to send my channel and introduce my channel to other folks. So please like the video, share, subscribe if you haven't done so, and hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when another video comes out. God bless, and I hope this was informative and inspiring. And yeah, God bless. Bye.